Hi guys, thanks for joining me today. Today we are starting something a little different on my YouTube channel. It's a series I've kind of wanted to do for a long time. I'm really looking forward to it. I think it's going to be really exciting. Basically, I'm going to show you how I draw some of the things that I draw in my planners, notebooks, and journals, and all of that fun stuff. If there's something you've seen me draw in one of my videos or in my posts, feel free to comment down below and let me know what you guys would like to see in this series. I plan on doing a bunch of different fun stuff like flowers, leopard print, all kinds of animal prints, just a whole bunch of other really fun stuff that I draw all the time. Today we are going to be drawing these flowers. If you follow me on Instagram, you know kind of as of late I've been obsessed with drawing them. I've included them in a couple of my spreads and a couple of my posts. I jokingly call these couch flowers. A shout out to my friend Elizabeth from the Joy Journal. She kind of inspired them. So these are actually really easy. I have it broken down into 4 steps and I'm going to show you how and walk you through. The first step is actually creating like a pom-pom shape. The second step is also a pom-pom shape. And the third step is like a half circle that's a little bit rounded. And then the fourth step is outline and shading. Today, I'm going to be using Chalkola brush pens. The pigment is actually already all around the barrel for you, so you can use them just like this, or you can dip them in water to get different color variations, different texture variations, and things like that. I will be using them with a little bit of water today, and I have a cup of water over here to the side just so I don't spill anything over here. And they come in a ton of colors, lots of fun, bright, vibrant colors. So let's get our paper ready. Just to get started, I am going to dip my brush pen in a little bit of water over here to the side. Now I'm going to start making my pom-pom shape. I'm just doing back and forth zigzags that kind of overlap on top of each other really quickly, as you can see. Just back and forth, back and forth. You can go back and make them a little longer on the ends, or more pigmented in one area. I like to keep this base layer kind of light because I like my second layer to be really dark. Now I'm doing this pretty large, so I hope you guys can see really nice. If not, I will zoom you guys in. So now I'm going to wait for the pigment to build back up on my brush because I have watered it down to make that layer. So I can do the second layer here. It only takes a few moments for the pigment to come back. Now we are just going to do that same thing. We're going to create a second pom-pom shape right here in the middle where the pigment is just a little bit darker. Again, you can go back and forth. I'm just going up and down, creating that little pom-pom shape. Just like that. Now we're going to give that a second to dry, and then our next step will be the centerpiece, the little centerpiece, which is just like a little half circle. Hope you guys can see this. It's like a half circle, like basically like a C shape, and then you just connect at the top and fill it in. But then I do like a slightly rounded top on it, just a little bit, not too crazy. Okay, now that's our center. I hope you guys can see that. It's relatively dark in there. Now I'm gonna let this dry completely, and once it is dry, we will come back to outline everything. Okay, so now that everything has had time to dry, I'm just gonna take a black pen, you can use whatever one you like, and I'm going to start outlining my first pom-pom shape that I made. Just following it all around. I think all of the cool little interesting corners give it a lot of character and just make it really fun. I'm going to outline that completely. And you don't even have to stay necessarily on the line exactly. You can add in some little gaps, whatever you want to do. And please keep in mind, there is absolutely no wrong way to do this. So do this make these however you want. Okay, now that we have our shape completely outlined, we're going to go ahead and mark our center, which is that kind of half circle we made. It should be like the darkest part of your flower. We're gonna make a kind of like a really fat open C shape, and then we're gonna go in with a little wiggly line and curve it about like that. We're gonna go a little over halfway, and then we're gonna do the same on the other, except it's going to meet that. So it kind of looks like the inside of a flower bud. And now we're just going to draw a line over the top like that. Once our center is done, I like to go ahead and divide up my petals. I usually do probably about 5 or 6 petals, and this I just basically find wherever I think looks nice. Like that. And now we are going to go in and outline our second pom-pom shape. Like we did on the first one, I'm just following the pigment with my pen and outlining it. Just like that. All right, so now that we have our main sections outlined and ready to go, we're going to finish the center of our flowers. Now I'm going to start drawing some black dots, just different sizes here. See the 2 black dots? I'm going to do some smaller ones like that. I'm going to do some larger ones. These are kind of like, these are the center of the flower, like that. You can add as many as you like, or as few as you like. I personally like to add a decent amount with variations of sizes all over the place. Now I'm going to go from the center of the flower here and just draw lines, kind of connecting those dots that I just made. And that's how we get the center of our flower. Now we're going to go to this section here, back to the center, and we're going to add just some few lines on the sides, some slight little curved lines to give it a little bit of shape, a little bit of definition, like that. You can, again, as much as you like or as little bit as you like, it's just a personal preference. And we're going to do the same thing on our petals. We're going to start at this right here, like the center coming out, making little curved lines. Some will be darker than others, some will be lighter, some will be shorter, just kind of making nice little variations. Just going with the curved lines of the petals that I've already drawn in. I do not go all the way to the end of the flower. That's just what I like to do. I kind of stop just before the end. Nice light feathery strokes, just really fast. These are not meant to be perfect or anything. They're meant to be kind of messy and fun. And then I kind of go back in and darken up the center here just a little bit. And then I'll darken up these back petals a little bit just to kind of push them in a little further into the background. And that is how you make a couch flower. They're really easy, and once you've done it, you get the hang of them really, really fast. And you can make all kinds of colors, all different shapes, and you can make these beautiful clusters. They're super easy and super simple. And if you guys use them in your planners or your journals or your notebooks, feel free to tag me. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Bye, guys.